Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Total War Warhammer 2. I feel like we've been fighting in this jungle for forever. The whole game has just been, let's fight jerks in a jungle. I'm a little concerned about the position I put myself in here, with the dwarves and whatnot, but I don't know. We'll be alright. So we gotta try to get this siege down. It would be really cool if we could force these damn elves back. Out of curiosity.
Plans from me, Skaven.
Okay. I wouldn't have taken a peace treaty if they'd accepted it, but I was curious how he was feeling about how the war's going. Because after we do this, we might be able to get peace out of him because he will be very concerned. He's already lower strength rank than we are, so if we can burn down this city with his forces inside of it, we might be able to get him to go to peace. We might also actually want to go and take a thing or two away from him, though. What's the situation over here? This is in the same region as the Caverns of the Great Bat. This is... Okay, so there's some stuff up here that's currently owned by Itza. Yeah, if we could take this region, that would be cool. Gems have to be valuable, right? I know gemstone mines produced a lot of money in the first game. They probably function the same way. Okay, I can't believe that the game doesn't think that we're going to do well here. But, I mean, I guess that's just sort of the way of things, isn't it? So, we're going to go ahead and bring the maximum number of uses of Menace below, because we're doing very well on food lately. It's interesting that checking the lightning strike box reduces my likelihood of success, because when there's no reinforcements around, what lightning strike does is it just imposes a negative morale modifier on the enemies. So when I click this box, they should all lose 5 morale, or 5 leadership, is my understanding. Actually, with the maximum uses, I'm kind of curious. We're going to quick save and hit this button. We're going to fight this even if it comes out to a victory, because I bet I can victory better than they can, but I'm kind of curious what the auto-resolve result would be. Nah, you know what? If we're going to fight it anyway, I don't care enough to sit through the reload. Let's just do it. Alright, so, with Skrolk now being able to summon Plague Monks, and we now have the facilities to build more Plague Monks, I feel like we're going to start to get some measure of control over our surroundings, which is something that we have been lacking lately. And then, man, we've pushed off Itza. If we can expand out to the west coast, crush a couple of these factions that keep giving us trouble, maybe we can, get some kind of control going before the elves to the south start up with us, because that's going to happen for sure. If we can just be fighting in one direction at a time, that's really what we're looking for. I guess there's still that Lizardman faction up north that's at war with us, right? The blue ones? Oh, I kind of forgot about that. Well, we'll figure it out, I suppose. So his force is really chewed up. Our guys are faring a little bit better. We got to be real careful with our sensor bearers or we're going to lose them. We're not that far off of being able to build more sensor bearers, so these guys are not quite as vital as they once were. But they are at rank 6, and, I'd love to not lose a rank 6 unit. We might try to keep them out of the battle entirely. We'll see how things work out. 11? We can do better than 11. Hell yeah. Okay, so they got reinforcements coming in from somewhere. I'm assuming from this direction, where all the buildings are. We have these Night Runners that can deploy somewhere outside of our region. But I'm concerned that if I deploy them, we could drop them back here. We don't want to do that, though. That's where the reinforcements probably are coming in. We could put them over here, right? They'll be hidden here, and they'll be able to get into a nice flanky, shooty position if we kind of play toward this side. Although I want to be careful of the trees. Maybe, actually... maybe over here is better. Is there any way to get them hidden? Okay. Yeah, because I want to have an open field to shoot into. We only have 2 plague catapults left. Yeah, we have to we have to figure that out too. We gotta get real construction going on those again. We probably don't want to set up in a way where we have to fire through the trees. Although, actually, we don't want to set up terribly wide, either. Alright, so... slaves over here, sort of frontlining, ready to fight. Better soldiers. Sort of better soldiers. Maybe behind the slingers, so that they can move up when it's time to... But, you know, it's on us to attack, though, isn't it? Because that's the way we're going to get best use out of Menace Below. We need that hammer and anvil thing going. Let's grab our 2 units of Plague Monks and have them... Alright. Hide them here. You guys are also hidden and further back. I'm going to try to avoid having to engage these guys at all if I can. You're hidden just because you're that guy. Keep Titchit here, so he can maybe get a good Doom Rocket off. And Skrolk's going to be near guys. Pretty much everybody's within a leadership aura. Got to be pretty careful about that. Okay, so first of all, guard mode. Secondly, yeah, I mean just right into the front lines. This is where they're grouped up the most. And what is the deal with Skrolk's Plague Breath? It has a pretty short range, so the answer to my question is we can't do that. It's not a thing. The Plague Vortex has a much better range, but still it's going to be a while. And the Doom Rocket is available right away, right? Yeah. So is there some place that we want to put this? I mean, they have a lot of archers, but let's try to chew up their melee forces first. Let's go ahead and let them have it. Okay, not bad. Pretty good. Here come the plague catapults. Yep. If they want to just stand back and play target practice with our artillery, I'm fine with that. They really have to come toward us, I think. What? Hold your position and not pursue... Turn it off, turn it on? Just like, could you guys actually do the thing I told you to do? And we're getting some pretty good... So the Plague Claw contagion effect lowers leadership, and then being fired on by artillery always lowers leadership as well. So let's change targets to a little deeper back. God, their rangers, or their archers have so much range. Alright, well these are the slaves, right? We're not even close to being in range of their guys that are much closer to us than their ranged units. Not ideal. Do I have the slaves fall back, or do we just run at them at this point? Like, it might be run at them time. I might have the slingers try to focus on the Great Eagles rather than getting involved directly with the melee. And we can just summon our first Menace Below charge back there. Because these Great Eagles do not have a lot of health. The Night Runners also are ranged. They have pretty poor missile damage. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm not sure what the right thing to do is. Let's go ahead and do that. Yeah, I'm going to have the slaves rush the archers. Now that feels bad. They have archers on this side, so as the slingers move up, they'll be able to open fire. And how far out are we from a good plague? Yeah, still pretty far. Well, I certainly don't want to run Skrolk out by himself with their ranged units having the type of range that they have. I'll just do this. Let's do this. We'll just endure a little bit of ranged fire, but this will immediately half leadership. Ah, geez, they can hit from over there too, man. So we've been revealed. They figured us out. Yeah, sure. Just shoot at them. Okay. My ambushes never work. I don't know what I'm doing. Has that been made clear yet that I don't know what I'm doing? Alright, I think we're just going to have to advance on him. As much as I don't love it. So you... Oh, I keep forgetting about his thing that makes him play well with the ranged guys. Yeah, I guess we just have to move up and get some spell support in and actually do this. Wait, what are you guys doing? Oh, you have skirmish mode on. No, sorry, that's... Yeah. No skirmish mode, just kill. You guys can skirmish, because you can move while firing. Okay. Let's put down the plague right here. Let's divert a unit of spears to help with the Great Eagle. Actually, Skrolk can just kill a Great Eagle. I'm pretty sure we figured that out. So we'll divert this unit of spears to deal with this Great Eagle, but like the Great Eagles are pretty low on health. This probably, I think, will not take a lot of time. Okay. Yeah, he's winning. Okay, they've done it. That is a dead Great Eagle. So get over here. Oh, wow, the plague is... Yeah, the plague is doing some serious work. Alright, pop your buff. Let's get everybody up. I think this guy is basically dead. We'll let the spears finish him off, because he's definitely large. Yeah, and we're 8 seconds off of another unit of clan rats in their midst. Our clan rats did a better job than I thought they were going to. Yep, Skrolk murdered that eagle. Oop. These guys got to where they were going really fast. Faster than I was planning on. So these dudes with the bow and spear thing, these are missile and spear infantry. Are they actually like good melee fighters? 30 attack, 50 defense. They're not terrible, actually. That's really interesting. Okay, let's do some more summonings. The extra rats are very short range. That's gonna have to wait a second. But we should... we had to get closer anyway. I'll get close. Yep. Yep, pretty good. Who's fleeing? The clan rats that got surrounded, that's fine. So you guys are doing a good job. You guys are way out to the side, because I ordered you to go there and then didn't give you any better orders. You guys killed that eagle. I mean, get in here. So we're getting some surrenders on the enemy side, too. Our units aren't the only ones who are total suckers. Let's actually pull the weaker unit of Plague Monks off to help deal with this, because those slaves are going to lose that fight. You guys get up close. You find their lord and kill him. Hybrid weapon cavalry. Alright. Yeah. You're an assassin. I trust you to handle this. Let's get nice and close so we can bring in a fresh unit of Plague Monks. Like... right here is probably good. Get him. Well, these aren't real units, so it's okay to fire the catapult directly into them. Okay, I brought too many charges of menace below. I didn't need this much. Well, they're in full retreat here. This is about to turn into a real rout. They just don't have the numbers, man. Yep, you can see they're wavering. Everybody's wavering. Where's their lord? Let's try to stick this guy. Surround him. Don't let him get away. God, that spell is good. Let's watch Skrolk get in here and do his thing. Get him, Skrolk. Man, I wouldn't fight that. That's terrifying. Oh, you guys are fast. Who's still fighting? How are we not done with this yet? Alright, you guys finish them off. Those guys are wavering. Those guys are wavering. Help them. Help them waver. Slingers can... I don't even know what. I guess get those guys? Yeah, so we got some enemies in full retreat over here. Okay. Yeah, these guys need to be finished off. But it looks to me like everyone in their army is running away. Now, granted, this dude was running away under his own power, but... Princess, okay. This lady was running away under her own power, but that's still running away. Yeah, okay. Man, I bet that auto-resolve would have massacred us. This game has a real problem with Skaven. Hey, 231. I think that's my that's my least brutal victory yet. My least brutal to my own troops victory yet. And we were totally fine leaving the plague monks, the censor bearers out. Okay. So we actually could retake this settlement at a reasonably high level, but it's a minor settlement in the region. You know, it's fine. We'll keep the food. Okay. We capped out the superior attacker trait. Lots of extra leadership and +4 melee attack for him. And like I said, I bet we could get a peace treaty out of them now. But we are about to gain a whole lot of replenishment. Yeah, we'll be almost at full strength next turn. I don't know that we want peace. Yeah, actually just pull this down. The mortuary's got our recruitment building. We're not super close to this population surplus, but maybe I want to save. And what are we? We're like 2 turns off of... Yeah, we're 2 turns off of capping our Undercity. We're 2 turns off of the ritual being complete, so we're actually, you know, playing the game now. It's coming along. We're getting there. Growth +20 is probably pretty significant. Yeah. And we need to not be reducing our tax rate all over the place. So Guacamole Crater has 18 units and the warp bomb ability. I don't think those dwarves can take it. Alright, I think we're doing... Okay, I think we're doing fine. Yeesh. Strength rank 10, huh? Well, that's a problem. It's a good thing those guys haven't moved too far south. I think it's because we have... It's sort of as a buffer region between us and them, which reduces their eagerness to attack us. So yeah, the censor bearers will take a couple of turns of real replenishment to rebuild. We might even want to just sit here for a turn. And then we march west. Take this. Cheeky Bowl. That's what I've decided this is called. Yeah, we'll take that, and then we'll head south.
Displease me, and you...
Nope, he still wouldn't do peace. Okay. I'm fine with it. Yeah, there's no reason for us not to expend our last point of population, I suppose. And with that, there's not really a strong reason for me to remain expansionist. There's not really a strong reason for me to do any of these things, though. I guess the 10% construction cost thing might still be the best of our options. Alright. I'll say this. Oh, I forgot about you. Yes, go forth and plague them. I do feel a lot more confident in fights now. It used to be every time I had a battle I was going to have to resolve manually, I was nervous that I was going to screw it up in some major way. But this is better. I'm getting better by being forced to actually do the thing. The Bloodhall Coven and the Spine of Sotek Dwarves have made peace. I'm not really sure what that portends. I don't know where the Bloodhall Coven even is, I don't think. And we're being raided.
I grow stronger.
So the fact that they're raiding us means that they're tired, right? Yeah, they're winded. Oh, wow. Their army is very heavily siege weapons. This is not good for them, I think. Can we get Skrolk? We can get Skrolk over here. And the garrison from Guacamole would be able to help. Okay. So Skrolk and the Imposter will just group up on this guy. I see no reason to fight fair. Quote-unquote fair. A dwarf versus a Skaven is not fair. Let's be clear about that. Well, let's cut this guy down real fast while we have the opportunity. He's going to retreat, and then we should have plenty of range to follow. Yeah.
Attack, spread boxes.
Okay, and this is a nice
Time to attack.
nice ambush, actually in our favor. We lost 640 guys, which maybe I could have done better than, but...
Plague Lord demands sacrifice.
Wow. Good loot.
Their lives will be short.
Found a Scarecrow banner.
Good. More bodies to infect.
Ugh. Beard collector. More beards for my collection. I will sleep softly this night. Ugh. Don't steal someone's beard and then sleep on it. That's not an okay thing to do. Public order -3 in local enemy provinces. Ah, he's got a bit of a reputation now for executing captives. I mean, that's true. I do pretty much always do that. So actually, now that we're down here...
Don't waste your breath.
Nope, they still won't take peace. I was going to say, now that we're down here, maybe it behooves us to just sort of move against the dwarves and ignore the elves for the moment. And that still may be the case.
Stink of command.
But let's take our level up.
Loyal to Clan Can.
So close to more plague monks.
Clan Pestilence will rule the world.
Okay, we definitely want to get Arcane Conduit. This is very important. We'll be much more effective as spellcasters once we have it. And honestly, we're not ineffective as it is. So we have extra powder now, improving the value of our catapults. I guess we go up his yellow line? We could take some of this stuff. You know, we're probably going to actually be spending a fair amount of time in our own regions, thanks to having to defend from intervention armies and stuff as we go for the rituals. So actually, I feel like plus income in your own region is a lot better than it used to be. Alright, and now we have a whole bunch of money. So what do I want to do with it? Probably just save it, right? When these slots open up, we're going to want to build cool stuff in them. And I built somewhere... Yeah, here. The ability to make rat ogres. So do I want to try to work some rat ogres into my army compositions?
Bring decay.
I don't know. Let's head over here. We'll get right up against the mountain, and then we'll go through the underway. Can I...
Got me and your crew.
Okay, they have 2 settlements, so this is their entire empire. And it's a region by itself, right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, let's take it. Let's remove these guys from the game, because I don't want to deal with them anymore, and I want their iron mine. I was looking at the gold, sorry, but I do want their iron mine as well. So yeah, we'll just press up against the mountains, take a turn here of replenishment,
Onward, diseased brethren.
and then next turn we'll pop underneath the mountains and let them have it. And we're just about done with this ritual. That's actually kind of a bad thing, huh? Because we're about to lose all of the bonuses that we're getting from it. Right, what's the... We're getting 6 public order. We have upkeep minus 10% for all units, so as soon as this ends, I think we're going to drop into the red here. Yeah, so let's save our money for the moment. Let us assess the situation after the ritual ends, figure out where we are and what we need. And I guess we'll use this guy because we have him, and I'm curious. But my suspicion is that this is actually not going to do too much to the AI, because they don't really care about their income or their public order. On very hard, they have such massive bonuses to both of those things. Hey, did that city catch on fire? Okay, they failed to assault us. That's good. I wish I had any camera control during the other players' turns, because I'm very curious what's happening up here. It might be Gerard's errantry army, actually. Oh.
The ritual enacted, the skies over the world shatter, exciting the Grey Seer while his scribe cowered, for he knew their next destination. Deep in the fetid jungle swamplands was the lair of the Screaming One, summoned to this plane by the ritual. Not risking his whiskers, the master sent his minion into the lair.
Yep, that's proper Scaveny.
The Vermin Lord awaited. The Screaming One spoke of the Vortex at the heart of the Elf Thing's island continent. It was vulnerable due to the comet's passing, ripe for Skaven interference. An engine of doom and curses must be constructed and empowered by 4 more rituals. The Vortex would be bound to this machine on completion of the final ritual, giving Skaven untold power. The Screaming One granted the lowly scribe an object encased in iron. The scribe eyed it greedily, but the demon demanded the gift handed to Grey Seer Valskreek. And a final gift. Rituals of fabrication to build the machine. The scribe's adopted clan would begin construction at once. But warpstone is needed to power the rituals, and Valskreek already grows impatient.
That's pretty cool. If there's going to be like a real storyline cinematic every time we complete a ritual, I think that's pretty neat. So we have to raid the caverns of the Great Bat. The Vermin Lord, the Screaming One, it still speaks to me. It wants power to force its way onto the Shadow Council of 13. I do not know what that is. It says we must infest this realm, then tribute will be paid in full. Okay, so yeah, we gotta get over the caverns of the Great Bat, which we were headed toward anyway, right? Because that's over here, yeah. And somebody is stealing our technology. So does this lower my rate of research, or does it just raise theirs? The chanting of the Grey Seers ends as a monstrous bell tolls, its dire knell rolling out once, twice, 13 times. In the misty skies, a gigantic silhouette obscures the moon momentarily, a hulking rat-like figure whose horns rake the vault of heaven itself. Appalled, the gathered Skaven masses cease their triumphant scurrying to stare upward in rapt terror at the sight of their god, the great horned rat. A giant claw dips and scoops up a squealing multitude, rising to pour them into the horned one's gaping maw before the figure fades into mist once more.
I shall enslave the world!
Alright, Skrolk, take it easy. Shaking off their fear, the Greyseers urge the stunned warlords to rouse themselves. More warpstone is required to fuel further rituals, so that the great horned rat can fully emerge into the world, and do that a bunch more times, you know? Isn't that something everybody wants? So, next is the Ritual of Gnawing, which will require really a lot more warpstone than we have right now. Okay. So, plus 10 relations with other Skaven forces, minus 15 with the other player types. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. We're trying to win the game. They're not going to take kindly to it. So they're raising 3 armies. They're mustering as hard and fast as they can. We really are on the clock here.
Mighty am I!
Would I rather just walk? Because we can get into kill range
Me!
anyway. And I'm thinking that it might be dangerous for us to try to go underground. If we get caught by one of these armies and they're able to bring in reinforcements and stuff, let's just march.
Move your tails!
Right, this should be pretty easy. Man, Skrolk gets to move so much further.
Move! Move!
I do love campaign movement bonuses. So hold on, let's double check everybody's stuff here. Do we have all the most sensible things equipped? Yeah, okay, we don't actually even have that many followers. Crown of Command. Giving the Fellblade to the guy who will actually use it, that's probably a good idea. Talisman of Preservation is a no-brainer, and the Dawnstone is better than the other things. Yeah, okay.
We shall sicken and slay!
But heroes have access to a different pool of... Hold up. Does our assassin have one of those guys equipped?
True disciple!
He does, okay.
Stink of command!
So I don't know that it particularly matters who gets the other pet wolf rat. Okay, we have very little extra equipment available. So I guess we'll go ahead and give you some magic resist. And somebody can have the fire resistance thing, but I really don't think it matters. Oh no, not you though. Well, we should make sure, does he have... Okay, he does have equipped everything he can have equipped. He needs a mount. Oh yeah, definitely. That is the thing we should absolutely have on. And sure, fire resistance for you. Congratulations. Oh, we have an extra Crown of Command. That's good. That's good. A little bit of command is real good for the Skaven. So we're losing 178 money per turn. That's not a big deal. And it'll get a lot better once we take these mines off of the dwarves. So the next thing, we probably want to upgrade this because I want to be able to make sensor bearers. In addition, this will generate... It doesn't generate any more money. It does generate 2 extra public order. It'll give us more recruit rank and more Skaven corruption. Yeah. Plague Abbey. Plague Abbey's important. We also need a Warp Forge pretty badly, but that's going to have to be next. This is what I'm really interested in, because I want to see what Warp Lightning Cannons and Warp Fire Throwers do. They sound like things that I'm very excited about, personally. So you know what, can we bring him over here? We can at least hit the settlement that we're about to attack, maybe? Yeah, hindering growth and income. I don't know, maybe we do want to hit the gold mine with lowered income? Yeah, I'll give that a shot. We'll see. My suspicion is that guy's going to end up not being worth the money we paid for him, even though it was a very small amount of money. I don't think we want to spend any money on building upgrades. Oh, we do have access to another Doom Engineer. That's something we might we might look into for a while, or might look into soon. Because I think the last Doom engineer we hired was really good. Okay, let's take a quick look at our provinces. So, the Southern Great Jungle is the only place where we're losing public order, and it will clear up as the provincial instability falls off. Okay, so I think we're in a good spot here. We're under control. Oh, part of the reason we're under control is because this is... all my armies are in this region. Well, we have 4 points from characters, so once provincial instability falls off, we'll actually still be positive, even if we lose all of that stuff. Having a lot of food is helping. Okay. We are about to have a climactic engagement here. We might... We could have this third army run over and try to raid the Caverns of the Great Bat to move that quest forward, but I'm concerned that if I do that, they'll get pounced by elves. Okay, they're encamping. They want to just stand and fight. I have some bad news for them. They are not going to get the big combined battle that they were hoping for. Because we... Oh, good tech, good tech. Because we took Lightning Strike. Didn't we? I'm pretty sure I took Lightning Strike. Yeah. So Skrolk is going to get to attack each of these tiny stacks individually. It's going to be real bad for them.
Faithful servant of decay.
I could use some weapon strength.
Decay and die. We are rampants. Kill Slay. Fight Nash.
We didn't even have to Lightning Strike those guys.
Yes, more virulent am I.
Does it... No, it doesn't apply it automatically. We have the checkbox. I don't know. That's weird. Lightning Strike. Oh, I clicked the settlement rather than this little army that I was aiming for.
Time to attack.
Yeah, you know what? Siege them up. Let's
my
do this. But siege them up.
Make things sick and die. Time to attack.
Let's have him attack this little army. So the settlement can't participate in this battle no matter what now because it's in siege. Because it is ensieged. Is that a good word for that? I don't know if ensieged is a word. The important thing is let's kill all these dwarves. That's where I'm headed with that. You know, I think Skrolk's movement was really... Ooh, Gleaming Pennant. What does this do? +4 leadership on the unit that it's assigned to. That's cool. I think the reason Skrolk couldn't move the way I was hoping is just because of the weirdness of, you know, the engagement range around the city and... Why can't he... There we go. It's weird. I wasn't getting the sword cursor. Alright. We got another pet wolf rat. These guys have escaped our wrath for the turn. Oh, we're in a mountain pass right now. So if Skrolk were to attack the city, we're out of range. We need to back up.
This way.
Okay, and that got us out of the mountain pass area as well.
A true disciple.
So we finish off pack leader, and then what? Yeah, we definitely want to get to the end of... Okay, interesting. So this stuff is all just for buffing your... That's actually really interesting. It's all for buffing your really high-tier units, which encourages you to keep units alive and stuff. It's sort of at a little bit at odds with what the Skaven are all about. This will give us melee attack and weapon strength for our Plague Monks. We might want to go for that. We're starting to pick up Plague Monks in more armies, and I think I will push up the red line. Let's make this guy a battle commander.
Great victory.
And you know, honestly, these are both so good. Let's get Pestilent Birth, but I want to get them both, obviously.
Bring death, disease.
Oh, Arcane Conduit. That's a lot of extra spells per battle.
Not as pestilent as some.
Okay, so
Make things sick and die.
It's hard to tell. Okay, yes, if we were to attack now, we would get the benefit of our second army. I'm just gonna... Yeah, let's just auto-resolve. Let's just burn this.
Reap for pestilence.
We lost 2,000 bodies, you know. These things happen. Mostly Skaven slaves. Now, this is the settlement capital, right? Let's go ahead and... I'm going to pay food on this one.
Capture nest. Take.
Alright.
I am greatest warlord. Yes.
Right, I paid in a lot of food there, but I think it was worth doing. Oh, a pox cauldron. Yeah, sure, repair that. And this is a weapon burrow. So I wonder, like, how does this happen? Does it try to convert the buildings they have into whatever their equivalent would be for you? Or, I don't know how that ends up with a weapon burrow in it, basically. Okay, this is just trade units. It's nothing great. Sometimes building resources let you, I think I'm probably going to build this. Sometimes resources let you get a bonus to the construction of certain types of units and stuff. No such luck this time. Okay, so now that we have Arcane Conduit, we have access to all of our spells. This reduces the Winds of Magic cost of Plague and further reduces overcasting it. But let's go back up and look at some stuff here. What do we want? I don't think we need to increase the size of his aura. I doubt it would make much of a difference, honestly. Enemies within 40 meters of him lose 5 melee attack. Is interesting. We can also start him up his red line. What level is he right now? He's 27. I don't actually know how many skill points we get in total, so I don't know if we have enough to climb all the way up here. Tail weapon is interesting. Oh, you know what? I just realized. Ambush success chance is really good on Skaven. I think when I was evaluating this skill at first, I hadn't yet realized that we have a chance of landing an ambush on any attack. Yeah, we should finish off Ancient Cunning.
I am greatest warlord. Yes.
Okay. Really, we have local access to Plague Monks?
Stench of others, too strong.
Huh. I thought this wouldn't be working since it's damaged and we're in the middle of repairing it. Yeah, okay.
Doom decay.
We're just barely cash positive, though. Maybe I don't want to hire more Plague Monks. Or maybe I want to, like, even go global and grab some Rat Ogres or something. No, you know what? Our army's getting better. Our income's getting better. We can afford to step it up with some actual good units. Okay, so next turn you'll be in really good position to fight. You guys are doing all right. We can use a couple of these reinforcement slots for you. So we're fighting dwarves. What's even going to be good against dwarves? Poison Wind Globadiers probably are okay. I mean, they're armor piercing. They're anti-large is maybe not super relevant. Why don't we just hire some rats?
Now eat, swallow defeated.
Yeah, we can only afford to hire so many guys, you know.
Fog of
All right.
pestilence.
Do it.
Apply cows. Yes.
We did it. We cursed him. We poisoned him. 50% income loss is actually interesting. Yeah, those guys are fine. They're super cheap, right? Dark and Dread times. I mean, yeah. So yeah, these guys are 250. Like, I guess we'll buy them on cooldown because they're not nothing, and it's okay. It's not great, but it's okay. Let's get more armor for our clan rats. 5% more casualty replenishment rate is also a big deal. We're still relying on clan rats to do the bulk of our lifting, though. Let's make them good. And I think I am saving up to upgrade Guacamole Crater for another 2 building slots. So let's not upgrade any settlements here, but we could do some other upgrades. Jodl is relatively safe, I guess? No, it's not at all. The mortuary is probably not the first site that most people would attack. I'm debating whether we need defensive structures. I think maybe no. What we need is a warp forge. Although maybe we want to build it here, right?
No, damage taken.
Since this is where we have our weapon team building. Well, this is where we have one of them. Yeah, okay, let's hold off. Let's not spend any money here. We do still have to acquire a proper source of warpstone. Getting warpstone by doing quests is slow. And there's a reason that everybody's way ahead of us on that bar. Hey, listen, you do whatever you got to do to feel good about yourself, man. None of it's gonna matter. We are removing you guys from the game. Okay, so our food situation is actually negative now. Yeah, we need that pasture. Well, we'll get there.
But I see.
So you need 1 more point spent. Hit points are good. Melee attack is also good. Having more melee attack is like having hit points. You survive longer in battle, you know?
Unleash buboes. Time to attack.
Run these guys down with the ambush. So another thing that's great about the ambush... Okay. Another thing that's great about the ambush stance is that enemies can't flee. Like when they when a battle ends, if you ambush them, survivors don't get away, I believe. So we gotta move fast and get out of this mountain pass. I'm a little concerned that I might eat plague here. Am I plague immune? Sometimes rats are... You know, rats have immune systems that are pretty strong. I think Skrolk's got this under control, so let's go to the Caverns of the Great Bat and raid them for the cash. Oh, this is a whole thing over here. Yeah, wow, this elf force is like really very present, extremely present over here. This might be more war than I thought we were biting off. Okay. So underway ourselves over to here. We'll raid them. I'll maybe take this. I don't really want this.
Deliver your missive and then get from my presence.
Yeah, let's take a peace treaty and a non-aggression pact and military access. And also you're going to pay me. Oh, your economic power is strong, is it? That's interesting. They're not going to do this, but we can probably find a number that's pretty good for us. My idea here is that I want to get these guys. Okay, 1,000 goes right back to high, which means there's a number in the middle that they won't like but will agree to.
Right.
All right, 1,500 gold. Okay, cool. So we're going to rapidly improve standing. We're going to raid them 1 turn, just real fast. And then maybe we can actually turn these guys against the elves. That's my hope.
Approach us, friend, and make your offer.
And they are at war with all of the what do you call it, lizardmen factions. Yeah, we could make friends of these guys. They know not to mess with us.
We must spread our own corruption.
All right. Let's get started on this. The Mine of the Bearded Skulls, it's in a really awkward place to attack. If you can't use an underway movement method, which High Elves can't, as far as I know, you actually have to go through my territory to get to it. It looks like you can't even approach it from this side. I'm not sure if you can move through that or not. I don't think so. I'd be surprised if you could. So yeah, this is actually pretty secure. Man, Skrolk is gaining levels at an incredible rate. I don't know what the new level cap is, but we're going to hit it soon. It might be 30. I think it was 30 in the last game. Alright, let's save our money for the moment. So we'll raid those guys for one turn. They will live with it. They'll have to deal. That'll move our quest forward a little bit. And after we wrap up this dwarf thing, we might have a couple of turns where Skrolk's army is not desperately needed anywhere, and we can take on some quest battles. This one guy is going to get vengeance for his entire society. He's going to personally beat up every rat. You got to be impressed with the persistence, you know? Oh, as the Great Vortex vacillates on its axis, the winds of magic fluctuate distressingly, eliciting wild-eyed portents of doom from hedge wizards throughout your empire. The troops are cowed by these omens, and leadership has decreased faction-wide. That's pretty harsh. To be fair, we do have a lot of leadership buffs. Uh-oh. Well, we definitely got the plague. Hopefully that will also be true of the garrison defenders. Nope. Somehow the garrison defenders don't have the plague. Well, that's bad. Do I want to break off my siege and just encamp? It says only time will rid them of this malady, so... As much as I want to get this over with, I don't have any particular terror that these guys are going to, like, siege back, or surge back into the game. I'm going to back off to our territory, I guess. Where's the territory line? I can't really see it behind the trees. It's right here, okay. Yeah, we'll just walk back to our territory. Yeah, our regeneration will offset the attrition a little bit. And we'll wait for reinforcements.
Think of command.
Oh, you get food when you're raiding. Well, that's very interesting.
Master Commander.
I was hoping that moving him around would get it to register. Oh, interesting. There's a warpstone site over here. This might actually be easier for us to get than it's. I think that high elves are a little bit more susceptible to our nonsense and tricks than the lizard men are. Oh, this is bad. What's its garrison look like? Okay, it's large and powerful. There's not really anything we can do to improve it. We don't have the money, and we're hemorrhaging cash right now. But we definitely can't afford any settlement upgrades at this moment. Shoot. Okay, so we need to wrap up this Dwarf War thing because our forces are needed north. If we lost, it's I guess it wouldn't be the end of the world, but we're using that gold mine. We need that gold mine. This is bad. Okay, we need this army to come home. You guys are in the right region, right? Yeah. Caverns of the Great Bat. Okay. All right. This is bad. Yeah, we're gonna have to respond to that. We're so close to not being at war with these dwarves. I can't believe that our guys can get the plague from being near the city, but the plague has no effect on the garrison? That doesn't make any sense. Alright, well, they'll probably siege that for a little while.
Be quick, quick!
No, obviously not. Don't be stupid. So we're at +9 warpstone from buildings each turn. Alright, lots of stuff is happening, but none of it is super relevant.
All tales are mine! You're in Liber Bubonicus.
How long is this going to be a thing?
None shall stand before
Nope.
pestilence.
I thought encamping might work because it's being represented as attrition, but an encampment makes you immune to attrition. Ooh, leadership -9, harsh. Yeah, so we got to wrap this up. 3 more turns of that being plagued. I guess I made myself unable to go over there. It's very counterintuitive to me that a plague would be worse for people around the city than it is for people in the city. Alright, they don't like the fact that we raided them. I understand. But you can see, it's gonna... our attitude value with them is improving to a positive number. And we'll probably be able to keep it positive. Speaking of guys... Uh-oh. This used to belong to the Errantry Army, didn't it? Chupiatle's their only city now.
The lady grants you safe passage in these lands.
Shoot. That's not good. I was relying on them to keep the lizardmen at bay.
With us.
Alright, we're gonna have to deal with our lizardman problems pretty soon.
Warlord, me.
We're also gonna have to deal with the fact that we're out of money pretty soon. Do I want to sally forth against these guys? I kind of want to make them attack us. But if they have another army coming or something, you know, obviously we don't want to... we don't want to give them the ability to reinforce against us. Yep, and they do in fact have a second army coming, so that's a decision we have to make this turn. It shows a number of turns remaining on cities that are plagued.
Best go under.
The raging sea god Stromfels has gone missing, perhaps blown too far south by the arcane tempest that is consuming the world. With his absence, the great ocean is becalmed. The denizens of the world sense an opportunity. It is now no longer for the elves to dominate the seas alone. Other powers seek to ply the oceans, hunt for treasures, and expand their empires abroad. However, they must not mistake a calm sea for a safe one. There are still countless dangers lurking in the deeps. All major port owners have become known to each other. Well... man... Okay. So, that's not us. We don't own a port at the time that that happened. And now these guys have declared war.
My eyes gone, but I see.
Yeah, so, like, it doesn't show a duration of the plague on this army, which seems strange. It shows it on the city, right? Yeah. Okay, well... Skrolk has to bounce.
Seek out plague. Guide us, Horned One.
You guys are going to have to finish off the dwarves by yourselves.
All tales are mine.
Yeah, Skrolk's gonna have to go to, like, the capital. This army's headed for Oxel, and they'll take it, and there's nothing I can do about that. We're just gonna have to take it back afterward. Okay, so take everything leads us further into the menace below. And then... buffs for terrifying monster units that we don't really need, because we're not actually building those things. Oh, but take everything also leads into... oh no, it's menace below that leads into volatile plans. Which is siege weapon stuff. Alright. So we should take everything and Menace below are locking a lot of our further attack stuff. Alright. This is bad, though. Our situation keeps changing. It's bad, then it's good, then it's bad, then it's good. So what does blessed really mean? Unfortunately, we can't see another unit like... These guys are pretty similar. Oh, they have much higher weapon strength. Way higher melee attack. Yeah. That's pretty bad. And what's my read on sallying out to fight them? Not actually that bad. Okay, I think we're probably going to have to do it manually, though, which means next episode. So, that's going to be it for us for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Come back next time. We're going to have to drive some more lizard men out of our lands, and then maybe see if we succumb to the plague we invented. It's kind of embarrassing for Skrolk, really. And we'll see you then.